Hello from Rwanda. My name is Libby Miles. I am the Country Director for the Wellspring Foundation for Education here in Rwanda. I'd like to give you a little bit of an update as to how we're getting on here, how the team are doing, and what we've been busy doing over the past few weeks. Well, the country has been in a lockdown in response to the coronavirus here in Rwanda. So the first thing that we did really, after of course making sure our team are safe and able to work from home, something which is quite new for many of them, is to reach out to our partners. We got on the phone to all of the leaders, school leaders, teachers, parent representatives, sector and district leaders who we work with, just to show them that we were still here, that we were ready to support, and to listen to them, to hear from them as to the challenges they've been facing. And that was really important to help us to inform our plans going forward. The Ministry of Education has a plan in place called Keeping the Doors Open for Learning. This is a plan to allow children to continue learning despite the fact that their schools have been closed since the 16th of March. Our team have been really busy writing radio lesson scripts to contribute to this effort, as well as contributing to national efforts to keep learning going through radio lessons. Our team have been busy preparing some sort of key messages and tips for parents to encourage them and to guide them as they respond to this situation where their kids are at home and the kids need to be learning, and it's quite a stressful time for everybody. So we're really excited to be able to get those messages out soon to our parents to support them in their role. Another practical way that we are now starting to help is the provision of our drivers and our vehicles. Today, in fact, 3 of our drivers and vehicles in Kigali will be joining the efforts of the Ministry of Health with the logistics involved in tracing and treating cases of COVID-19 across the country. Our drivers are delighted to be able to serve this national effort, and we're really pleased to be able to support in this way. Obviously, it's an evolving situation. We want to remain flexible, to remain compassionate, and to remain focused on the most vulnerable as we continue to respond in a relevant way, we hope, over the coming weeks and months. So please stick with us. Please continue to support us as we do our best to support the families, the children who are part of the schools that we are committed to serving here in Rwanda. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of the week.
Greetings from the Wellspring Ronda family. My name is Amina Bisamaza. I serve as the Director of Operations. I want to give you just a quick update of how the situation for many look like in Rwanda. As some of you may know, the official lockdown in Rwanda started on 21st of March. That means big businesses, small businesses, small traders, anything has to close except essential services. That's bank, hospitals, clinics. It was not easy, mainly because a big percentage of the population, especially in the 2 districts that the Wellspring intervened in, the population depends on daily wage. Imagine, as a father or a mother, a breadwinner, depending on a daily wage, and one day you find yourself stay safe in house. Of course, there is that good reason. Week 1, people survived, but week 2, already there are so many cases of lack of food and other basic necessities. But the most urgent is food. The community tried to intervene. You know, that solidarity of sharing what you have. If you have 5 kilos of rice, 2 kilos of sugar, you share with your neighbor who doesn't have any. But of course, that cannot have any sustainability. The churches tried to intervene. Of course, they had their limit. As of now, many families really need food. Now, looking at where we are working, that's in Gasabo and in Rubavu, the situation is the same. But at least Gasabo, because it's where the central government is, we hope some international organizations are working on their intervention. Looking at how the situation is, food security is really super urgent. Now, the Wellspring Foundation looked at the situation and felt like we also should do something so that our partners, those parents who work with, the district people, will not feel like we ran away. A week ago, our CEO Andy immediately approved $10,000 as an intervention for the food security in Rubavu district. Why Rubavu district? After talking to our staff in Rubavu and the district leadership, we found out there is a gap in terms of support. No international organization, no NGO has intervened. Few local NGOs were intervening within their communities. Again, they reached their limit. So when you receive this approval of $10,000, as in any emergency situation, we had to act quickly. Immediately on Monday last week, we started a procurement process to ensure at least we follow the processes, and we got good suppliers. We had to reach out to other organizations that have experience in food security. That's Food for the Hungry, the World Food Program, the World Vision. They're very resourceful in terms of sharing their different suppliers in Kigali and in Rubavu. Our procurement processes went so quickly, following up all the steps that have to follow. Of course, we have to ensure there is compliance in every state. And in brief, I'm so happy to inform you that on Friday, the Wellspring were able to deliver food, 10,000 kilos of maize flour and 5,700 kilos for beans to Rubavu district. They were so happy. This food, after discussing the district officials, they'll be distributed to 1,000 families. And on average, we think it will last for 2 weeks. The money you contributed, your donations, impact the lives of the people. 1,000 families are going to be fed for 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Personally, from the bottom of my heart, and in general, from the communities out there, you impacted them. They will eat for 2 weeks. That's really showing the love of Jesus Christ. May God bless you. May God multiply all the sources of your income. Thank you.
Hello, I greet you. My name is Emmanuel. I'm the Director of Policy and Programs at the Wellspring Foundation for Education, and I would like to speak to you about how Wellspring is supporting a radio lesson program as part of the Ministry of Education's program to support learning during this lockdown due to COVID-19. The Ministry of Education has introduced this program to make sure that learning does not stop, and this program uses different mediums, including online platforms, television lessons, and radio lessons. Wellspring has also stepped in by supporting radio lessons, and our teacher trainers are now busy writing lesson scripts, and we are hoping this to be used as part of the program. You may wonder why, as Wellspring, we decided to support radio lessons instead of maybe TV lessons or online platforms. Now, as Wellspring, we aim to be a catalyst for transforming education for all children. And so by looking at the different mediums that are used by this program, we have realized radio reaches the highest number of children, including those in remote rural areas who we think need transformation the most, and whose almost only hope for transformation and social mobility is quality education. So why does radio reach that high number of children? It is because it is the most affordable medium of communication for many households. Data show us that more than 80% of the Rwandan households can access this medium of communication, and therefore it is the most common source of information for many Rwandans. And so by using it, we hope we'll be reaching more children, and we can actually argue that by doing that, even children from the most disadvantaged background can have access to quality education, because we believe that our lessons, which are being prepared by very experienced teacher trainers, will make a difference in this program. So what have we achieved so far in relation to lesson script production? We have committed to writing lesson scripts for 3 school subjects. The first one is social and religious studies for grades 1 to grade 6. And we have written 31 scripts so far. And the second one is mathematics for grades 4 to 6, where we have produced 7 scripts. And the third one is Kinyarwanda. This is our local language. And we are doing this for grades 4 to grade 6. And we have produced 13 lesson scripts so far. So in total, we have 51 lesson scripts ready, and some of these are being reviewed by the Rwanda Education Board, and they will soon be broadcast. So we thank you so much. We couldn't do this without you, without your support. So you are very, very valuable to us. You are very important people for us. Thank you so much.